Welcome to SQL Map from Scratch for Ethical Hackers. If you're familiar with SQL queries and have a basic understanding of cybersecurity, this course is perfect for you. In just a short time, you will become an expert in using SQL Map, a powerful tool for discovering and exploiting SQL vulnerabilities. Our practical hands-on approach will guide you through real-world scenarios, making complex concepts easy to grasp. I'm excited to guide you through this journey and can't wait to see you in the course. In this lecture, we'll dive into an essential tool for ethical hackers, SQL Map. SQL Map is an open source penetration testing tool that automates the process of detecting and exploiting SQL injection vulnerabilities in web applications. Guys, imagine you are an ethical hacker and you are testing website security. Let's say you want to test this website, and here we have a login page where users enter their username and password. And website connects to a database on the server to check if the login credentials are correct. Now let's consider that this login page might be vulnerable to SQL injection. So in a typical scenario, when a user submits their login details like username as admin and password as test, the website sends a query to the database like this. Select star from users where username is equal to admin and password is equal to test. So this select query runs in the background on the database server where the data is stored. And the query will return all the information, all the columns for the user who has username admin and the password test. If there is no match, the query will return nothing. Now, if the website does not properly sanitize input fields, an attacker could enter something like this in the username field. So this is SQL injection payload, admin single quote or 1 equal to 1 and password as test. So this could change the SQL query to this select star from users where username is equal to admin or 1 equal to 1 and password is equal to test. And here the OR operator means that the query will return results if either condition is true. Since 1 equal to 1 is always true, this query could bypass the authentication check. And then we will be able to log in into the website. Guys, have you noticed one thing? We did this entire process manually. So this is where SQL Map comes in. Instead of manually crafting and testing SQL injection payloads, SQL Map can automate this process. You would point SQL Map to the vulnerable login page and it would automatically test various payloads, detect the vulnerability and even exploit it to extract sensitive data from the database like user, credentials, emails or even entire tables. In the next lecture, we'll set up our environment so you can start using SQL Map. We'll walk through the installation process and get you ready to start testing for SQL injection vulnerabilities. In this lecture, we're going to set up a pen testing lab. Let's get started. First, open your browser and search for VirtualBox download and then open this website. And then here you can download the VirtualBox for the version suitable for your operating system. Okay, in my case, I'm using Windows operating system, so I will click Windows OS. So it will start downloading it for Windows operating system. Okay, and then follow the installation prompts to install VirtualBox on your host machine. After that, search for Kali Linux download and then click on Get Kali. So that's the official website of Kali. So then click on Virtual Machine. We'll download for VirtualBox. Okay, so this will start downloading the Kali for VirtualBox. And then we'll see how we can install Kali Linux and VirtualBox. After downloading the Kali, extract the file. After extracting files, just open this folder and then double click this file. Okay, this will open this VirtualBox and now from here we can start the Kali and this will start the installation of Kali Linux inside VirtualBox. So you can see booting in 4 seconds. So guys, here you can log in using Kali as username and Kali as password. That's the default credentials for this machine. So Kali as a username and Kali as a password. So we are inside this machine. So after getting inside this machine, we'll update and upgrade this operating system using this command. So let's just type apt update and apt upgrade. So that will update and upgrade this operating system and then type the password. Okay. Guys, after updating and upgrading your system, just open the Firefox and search for Pentest Lab GitHub. Now we'll set up the Pentest Lab environment, which includes DBWA. So we clone this repository. So just click here, code and copy URL to clipboard. Or you can check the help page. Okay, just scroll down. You can see how you can get started. So how you can clone the repo, you can just copy this. Okay, you can copy the command from here, git clone with the URL, and then you can change directory to this one, Pentest Lab. So we'll copy this and then paste it here on the terminal. Okay, so this is cloning into Pentest Lab. Now for listing files and folders, we'll type ls. So that will list all the files in this. Now for using the script, we need to have Docker installed in our system. So we'll type this command apt install docker.io and then hit enter. So this will install Docker. Okay, and then execute the script bash pentest lab.sh. So you can see the help page of this. If you want to list all the available projects, then just enter bash pentest lab.sh and then list. Okay, this will list all the web apps that you can use, pentest applications. Okay, like VWAP, webcode, DBWA. So we'll start DBWA. So if you want to start any web app, just type bash pentest lab.sh and then start, then the application name. Okay. Okay, so you can see the default username and password for this web app. Admin and password. Admin is the username and password is the password for this web app. Okay, so open this. Admin is the username and password as password. Then click login and then click create or reset database. So finally, we have successfully set up the lab. Thanks for watching. In this lecture, we'll cover the basics of discovering SQL injection vulnerabilities using SQL Map. We'll start by exploring the help menu to understand the options available in SQL Map. Before we dive into any commands, let's quickly take a look at the help menu. This will give us a better idea of the various flags and options we can use while performing SQL injection testing. So just type in the command SQL Map -help. So it will display you the help menu. Okay. So here we can see many options like -h for showing basic help message, -hs for showing advanced help message, and many more options. We can see if you want to set the target, if you want to specify target URL, you can use this option -u. Okay. In this lecture, we'll focus on discovering SQL injection vulnerabilities. So for that, we will be using DBWA, which is a safe environment to practice security techniques. So let's start the pen test. Let's just change the directory to pentest lab and we will start the DBWA. Okay. If it is displaying you any error while loading the website, okay, this web page, then first you can stop it. Then you can use the command stop DBWA and start it again. After starting the DBWA, just open this link and we'll log in as admin as username and password as password. Click login. Okay, then move to this tab SQL injection and here submit anything as user ID. I'm submitting one as user ID and click submit. Okay, so you can see it is displaying ID 1, first name admin, surname admin. So just copy this URL. Okay, just copy this URL and then open your terminal and then type SQL map and then specify the URL with the cookie. Okay, cookie PHP session ID. So guys, for getting this PHP session ID, inspect this page, click here, right click and inspect the page, go to the storage and then copy this value. Okay, this is PHP session ID and then paste it here. And security equal to low. As you can see, security level equal to low. Guys, do not forget these single quotes. Okay, and then hit enter. So you can see it is displaying us the result. It has identified the backend database as MySQL and existence of SQL injection vulnerabilities. And you can see ID parameter in the URL as vulnerable to SQL injection. And it is testing for multiple types of SQL injection methods like Boolean based blind, error based, and time based blind, right? Union query. So this is how you can confirm that the application is vulnerable to SQL injection. In the next lecture, we'll explore how to enumerate database tables and retrieve data using SQL Map. We'll dive into options like -dbs for database enumeration and -tables to extract the list of tables. That's all for this lecture. Thank you for watching. In our previous lecture, we discovered SQL injection vulnerabilities using SQL Map. Now we'll take it a step further by extracting database information from the vulnerable application. For this demonstration, we'll be continuing from what we left off. So before we dive into extracting database information, let's quickly check SQL Map help menu. This is important to understand the options available for enumeration. So just type in SQL Map -help. So I'll check the options for enumeration. So you can see these options can be used to enumerate the backend database management system, structure and data contained in the tables. Here we have the first option, -a or -all, that can retrieve everything. But now we use this option on a live web application without explicit permission, as it will retrieve all the available data from the database, and this may be illegal and unethical. And then we have -b option for retrieving DBMS banner, and then many more options, right? And in this lecture, we will be focusing on enumerating DBMS databases and DBMS database tables. So let's extract the databases from our target URL. Now run this SQL map command to enumerate databases. Here we are using -dps, that is used to fetch the list of available databases. So just hit enter. So we'll get available databases, DBWA, and information schema, right? So this is how you can get the information regarding the databases. And now we'll extract the tables from these databases. Okay. To do this, we use the -tables option, and from which database names we want to extract the tables. For that, use this option -d and mention and then type the database name like DBWA. So this command tells SQL map to enumerate the tables within the DBWA database. So we can see that the DBWA database contains two tables, guest book and users. And if you want to enumerate the tables from information schema, just mention that database name, information_schema. Okay, you'll get list of tables from that database name. Okay. At this stage, it is important to remember that extracting database information from systems without permission is illegal and unethical. So always ensure you are working on systems where you have explicit permission, such as your own local environment or within bug bounty programs. Now that we have successfully extracted database and table information, the next step is to dive deeper into these tables to extract specific data such as usernames and password hashes. In the next lecture, we'll explore dumping data from the users table and analyze its contents. In the previous lectures, we focused on basic SQL injection discovery and extracting database information. In this lecture, we'll move forward by using SQL map to dump entire database tables. This will allow us to access critical information such as user data, passwords, and more. From the previous lecture, we have already identified that the DBWA database contains two tables, guest book and users. Our goal in this lecture is to extract and dump the full contents of the users table, which contains user details such as usernames, password hashes, and more. So just type in this command to start dumping the users table content. SQL map, you specify the URL and then specify the cookie value, and then -d, and then here you need to specify the database name, and then -t, specify the table name, -- dump all. So this command dumps everything from the users table, revealing key information. So just hit enter. So do you want to store hashes to a temporary file for eventual further processing with other tools? So just type y. Do you want to crack them via dictionary based attack? Why? Okay, so you can see. So let's analyze the result. You can see from the users table. The users table contain usernames, password hashes, names, last login times, and failed login attempts. And we can see SQL map automatically identified hashed passwords in the dumped data. By cracking these hashes, we have obtained the plain text passwords of the user. So guys, if you scroll down a bit, we can see that it has dumped other tables such as guest book, which contains user comments or feedback. So in this lecture, we have successfully used SQL map to dump the contents of the users and guest book tables. In the next lecture, we'll dive deeper into advanced SQL map functionalities to automate and enhance our SQL injection testing efforts. Thanks for watching. In this session, focus on how you can quickly identify and exploit SQL injection vulnerabilities using SQL map, an automated tool. Before running SQL map, you need to identify the vulnerable URL. So for our demo, we will be using DBWA with its security set to low. So guys, if you open this tab, DBWA security, you can set the security to low, okay, and submit it. Then we will run this command SQL map -u and the vulnerable URL, then -- cookie. Okay, so this is used to pass the session ID, then -- batch. So this option in SQL map is used to automate the process by skipping all user interaction prompts. And when you run SQL map without this option, it may ask for confirmation or additional input during the process, such as whether to test for certain types of SQL injection, continue with a specific technique, or dump large amount of data. So by adding -- batch, SQL map automatically chooses the default options for these prompts, allowing it to run without requiring manual input. Now hit enter. And after running this command, SQL map will automatically try different SQL injection techniques and display the results, including types of injections found, as you can see, Boolean based blind, right? Time based blind, and many more. So using -- batch option, we are just automating the process. Once SQL map identifies the vulnerability, we can list all the databases on the server. Just type in this command and add this option -dbs. So this will list all the available databases. Just hit enter and you can see it is displaying the available databases, DBWA and information schema. Next, if we want to explore the tables in a specific database, then type in the command -d dbwa and tables. Okay, remove this DBS. Okay, it is for listing databases. So you can see it is listing all the tables, right? So SQL map will list all the tables in the DBWA database. Finally, let's extract all the data from the users table. So this is where we find sensitive information like usernames and hashed passwords. Just type in this command -d and select the database, then -t, select the users table, then dump all, then -pass to automate the process, then hit enter. So SQL map will dump the contents of the users table, you can see, right? So instead of manually testing for SQL injections, SQL map handles the entire process in a few commands. That's it. With a few simple commands, you can automate SQL injection attacks using SQL map. In this lecture, we'll cover how to fingerprint the database using SQL map. This process helps us gather information about the target, including its version and technologies used. First, we'll use a basic SQL map command to fingerprint the database. So type in the command SQL map -u and specify here the target URL with -- cookie. So here you need to provide the session information. Alright, with -- banner. So that will fetch the database banner, which contains the version of the database and other details. So hit enter. After running this command, SQL map displays key details such as the backend DBMS is MySQL, web server operating system is Linux Debian 9, web application technology is Apache 2.4.25, and backend database management system and its version. In this case, it is MariaDB 10.1.26, right? Now let's find the current database. So if you want to get the current database, just type current DB. Okay, so that will display you the current database you are using. So you can see it is displaying DBWA is the current database that we are using. If you want to list all the available databases on the target system, you can use -DBS option. So that will list all the databases on the DBMS. Here you can see available databases, DBWA, information schema. So fingerprinting allows us to identify the database, version, and server details, which are critical for planning further attacks. That's all for this lecture. Thanks for watching. In this session, we'll explore a simpler way to run SQL map for testing SQL injection vulnerabilities using the wizard mode. This is perfect for beginners who want to get started without needing to remember all the commands. So let's see how to run SQL map in wizard mode. So the command to launch it is very simple. Okay, first let's see the advanced help menu. So just type in the command SQL map -hh. So this will display the advanced help menu. So here you can see -wizard. That is simple wizard interface for beginner users. So type in the command SQL map -u, specify the URL, then the cookie information, the session information, then -wizard. Okay, and if you want to do it automatically, then you can just use -batch option. So for now, I'm removing this option and then hit enter. So when you run this command, this will ask you some simple questions like post data, enter for none. So it's asking if you want to send post data, but if you're only working with get parameters, just hit enter. And next is asking like injection difficulty, -, level or -, risk, please choose. So we'll choose for the first option or the default option. So just hit enter. And then again, it's asking a simple question. So if you want to perform all, then you can choose the third option, but I'm choosing the default option. So just hit enter. For beginners, you can go with the default options, which is normal. So it performs multiple injection types and displays something like this. After that, you will see about the web server operating system, that is Linux Debian 9, and then web application technology, Apache 2.4.25, and then about the backend DBMS. Then you will see banner current user, current database, DBWA, and then current user is DPA, database administrator. So that is false. So maybe current user does not have that privileges. Now, if you do not want to go through the wizard prompts each time, you can run SQL map automatically by adding the batch option to your command -batch. So this bypasses the prompts and selects default answers for you. So you can see the result. So guys, that's all for this lecture. Thank you for watching. In this lecture, we'll demonstrate how to use tamper scripts to interact with a vulnerable SQL injection point. Tamper scripts are Python scripts that modify the SQL payloads before they are sent to the target. They can encode or alter parts of the payload in ways that might help bypass filters or detection systems such as web application firewalls, intrusion detection systems, and intrusion prevention systems. Let's see it practically. So to see the tamper scripts available in SQL Map, type in SQL Map -- list tampers. Okay, so this command will list all the built-in tamper scripts that you can use. Here we have some common scripts, include 0e, union.py, base64 encode.py, and many more. So now select a tamper script. We'll use this script, base64 encode. So it can encodes all characters in a given payload. So let's see how you can use this script. Type in the command SQL map -u, then specify the target URL, then -- cookie. Okay, that will provide the necessary session cookie with the tamper script, base64 encode. Okay, then we have -- batch to run this scan automatically without prompting for user input, and then the last option -- users for fetching the database users. So guys, before running this command, let's start the Wireshark. To capture what payload we are sending through the target, let's start the Wireshark. Starting the Wireshark, we know our target is using 127.8.01 address, that is a loopback address. So we'll choose loopback :IO interface. Okay, just select this interface and then hit enter. Now Wireshark will start capturing the packet. Open Wireshark and you can see the 40 number request. The 40 number packet that shows an HTTP GET request that includes an SQL injection payload, and this payload is sent to 127.8.0.1, which is the target of the SQL map attack, and this is an encoded SQL injection payload, right? Now back to the terminal, you will see output indicating whether the tamper script helped bypass any filters. So using tamper scripts can be crucial for bypassing web application security measures, and the base64 encode script is just one example of how SQL map can be leveraged to interact with complex filtering mechanism. Always ensure you have the permission to test the target system. That's all for this lecture. Thank you for watching. In this lecture, you will learn about SQL map mobile option and how to use it. When you use the mobile option, SQL map pretends to be a mobile device. This is useful because some websites change their behavior based on whether you're using a mobile or desktop device. So here is a simple command to run SQL map with the -- mobile option. Okay, so here we have -u, where you put the URL of the website you are testing, and then we have -- cookie that is used for authentication if needed, and then lastly we have -- mobile that tells SQL map to act like a mobile device. So let's run this command and hit enter. Now it's asking us which mobile device we want to imitate. So you can choose from options like Apple, iPhone, BlackBerry, and more. So if you want to keep the default one, just hit enter, or you can type any number. So using the -- mobile option, that helps you see if the website behaves differently on mobile devices, which could reveal hidden vulnerabilities. So to see what's happening behind the scenes, you can use Wireshark. Okay, this tool captures and analyzes network traffic. Here you can see user agent is Mozilla 5.0 iPhone, right? iPhone OS. Back to the terminal, we can see we chose Apple iPhone 8 as our device. That's why it shows us user agent as iPhone. Alright, so -- mobile option SQL map is great for testing mobile specific behavior. Just add -- mobile to your SQL map command, choose a device and start testing. And if you want to dive deeper into network traffic, use Wireshark to see what's going on in the background. That's all for this lecture. Thank you for watching. In this lecture, we'll walk through the process of gaining SQL shell access using SQL map. This is a powerful feature that allows you to interact with the backend database directly, retrieve data, and execute SQL commands. This hands-on demonstration will cover real-world scenarios and provide the skills needed to control and manipulate databases through SQL shell. Before attempting to gain SQL shell, we need to identify if the target is vulnerable to SQL injection. So we already know this target is vulnerable to SQL injection. We can proceed with the SQL shell access by using the -- SQL shell option. This opens a shell where you can execute SQL queries directly on the database and -- batch. For doing this process automatically, so just hit enter. So this SQL map connects to the database and provide access to execute SQL commands. The first thing you should do after gaining access is to find out which database target is using. So type in database, okay, and semicolon. So this command will return the name of the current database. You can see databases dbw. So you can run this SQL query. Okay. To explore further, you can list all tables in the current database using select query, select table name from information schema. where table schema is equal to tv and then semicolon and then hit enter. So this will list all the tables in the database. I can see guest book and users. So if you want to retrieve data from the table, you can type select star from and the table name dbwa dot users. Okay, users is the table name and then semicolon, hit enter. So here the SQL map will output data from the users table, which includes usernames, passwords, and other sensitive information. So you can see. Now that you have seen how to gain SQL shell access using SQL map, I encourage you to try out some additional SQL queries on your own to enhance your understanding. I will add some SQL queries in the resources section of this lecture. And now if you want to exit from this SQL shell, just type in X. Okay, so you can exit from this SQL shell. That's all for this lecture. Thank you for watching. In this lecture, we'll go through how to use SQL map to test for SQL injection vulnerabilities on the testphp.vulnweb.com. Let's get started. Before we start using SQL map, we need to identify vulnerable pages that can be targeted for SQL injection. So to scan all the vulnerable points on testphp.vulnweb.com, you can use SQL map crawl and scan features to automatically find all injectable parameters across the site. So what is the crawl feature? So guys, if you use the -n crawl equal to 0, it will crawl nothing. Okay, SQL map will only scan the specified URL. Then if you use -n crawl equal to 1, that can crawl only the starting URL. And if you use crawl equal to 2, that can crawl the starting URL and the links found on it. Lastly, we have crawl equal to 3, that can crawl the starting URL, the links on it, and the links on those link pages. So if you're deeply scanning a site, you can use -n crawl equal to 3. In this lecture, I will be using -n crawl equal to 2, that can crawl the starting URL and the links found on it. So let's see practically. Now open your terminal and type in this command sqlmap-u and specify the target URL for the scan. Then -n crawl equal to 2. It will crawl the website up to depth of 2 levels. Then -n batch. So that runs SQL map in non-interactive mode, automatically accepting default answers to any prompts. Then hit enter. Okay, so it will start checking for all the vulnerable pages. So here we got a vulnerable URL, and below it is displaying cat parameter is vulnerable to SQL injection. Alright, so just copy this URL and let's list all the available databases in it. Okay, so we'll enumerate all available databases on the target. Just type in the command SQL map-u and that URL, vulnerable URL. Okay, and then we will list all the available databases. Then use -batch to do the process automatically. So just hit enter. So this will display all the available databases. You can see we have 2 available databases, Echo Art and Information Schema. Now let's select the Echo Art database and we will list the tables inside it. Just copy this and then -d Echo Art -tables -batch. So this command will list all the tables within the specified database. So you can see there are total 8 tables in this database. Once the tables are listed, you will see some key tables such as users, right? Now let's retrieve the column names from the users table. So type in the command -d, then -t for selecting the user table, then -n columns and batch. So you can see it is retrieving the column names from the users table, right? So the -t flag specifies the users table and the -n column flag lists all the columns inside this table. After identifying the columns, you can now dump the users data. Okay, so let's dump the users data using dump all option, then -n batch. It will dump all the users data, including users name, passwords, and other relevant information. So in the users table, we can see the users information. Here we can see one entry where username is equal to test and password equal to test. So if we try this username equal to test and password equal to test, we'll be able to log in into this site. Okay. So this is how you can dump everything from the users table. Now if you want to repeat the process for other tables in the database, so let's list all the tables. So you can use -n tables. Okay. Now we'll try this process for another table, that is cards. So just instead of users table, we'll type cards. Okay, and this will dump everything from this cards table. So here we have successfully dumped the data from the cards table. We can see one entry, card ID with item and price. Okay. Now if you want to count total records in the users table, you can use -t users -n count. So that will count total number of records in the users table. Here you can see total entries is 1, right? Now that you have seen how SQL map can be used to identify and exploit SQL injection vulnerabilities, try applying these techniques on try-hack-me SQL map Chrome. I'll give you the link of this room in the description. That's it for this lecture. Thank you for watching.